Who is Sydney Brooke Simpson? Sydney Brooke Simpson is the answer to the despairing questions above. 26 years old Sydney's story seems unreal. She lived her life well off beyond people's imagination, fighting the despair of losing her parent and faith at the same time. Overcrowded media barging into a 9-year-old and her younger brother made Sydney fierce towards her fight. She did not let her guards down in front of the camera flashes and got up more than people redeem. Sydney Brooke Simpson is the oldest of the 2 children that O.J. Simpson has with his second wife, Nicole Brown. She was born on October 17, 1995, in California, United States. Her brother, Justin Ryan, was born 3 years later. Sydney Brooke Simpson's father met her mother in 1977. It was when he was still married to his first wife, Marguerite L. Whitley. He already had 3 children with her. O.J. began dating Nicole while he was still married to Whitley. O.J. divorced Whitley in March 1979. He married Nicole Brown on February 2, 1985, and divorced after 7 years, in 1992. Sydney actually had 3 half-siblings. The youngest was Erin, who died by drowning when her father and his first wife divorced. After their parents' divorce, Sydney Brooke Simpson and her brother, Justin, lived with their paternal grandparents, Eunice and Jimmy Lee Simpson. The kids had to move away after their grandparents died in 1985 and 1986. After the murder of their mother and with the ongoing trial of their father, the kids started living with their mother's sister, Tanya Brown, as the children were held in shared custody. O.J. Simpson's sister, Shirley Baker, also took care of Sydney Brooke Simpson and Justin Simpson. Sydney has been seen with the 34-year-old real estate mogul Robert Blackman. He is her brother's friend. The New York Times speculated that Simpson and Blackman were dating and expressed concern over his political future due to his connection with the Simpsons. Blackman stated that they were just good friends, but we may never know, as he may not have told the truth with the risk of losing the election. After graduating, she became an events coordinator at Canoe. Later, she moved to Florida and entered the real estate business. She established Simpsy LLC in 2014. Today, she and her brother, Justin Simpson, own 3 properties in Los Angeles, including a restaurant. Sydney Brooke Simpson has been a subject of interest since she was a child. As a result, she had to change her identity repeatedly to avoid unwanted attention from media and people alike. Her aunt, Shirley, used to own a catering business, and customers would cancel reservations after knowing that she was O.J.'s sister. Due to this, Sydney introduced herself as Portia to work as a waitress in a restaurant in Georgia. She changed jobs frequently as people used to track her down. Sydney Simpson childhood. Sydney's mother, Nicole Brown, worked as a waitress in a nightclub called The Daisy, where she met her father, Orenthal James Simpson, best known as O.J. Simpson, in 1977. At that time, O.J. Simpson was still married to his first wife, Marguerite Whitley. O.J. divorced Marguerite in 1979. He had 3 kids from his first marriage. The third kid, Erin, died the same year he got divorced. He remarried on February 2, 1985, and became the father of Sydney the same year. Sydney was born as the first child of O.J. and Nicole. She has 3 half-siblings, Erin, Jason, and Arnell Simpson. Sydney Brooke Simpson was born on October 17. She welcomed her brother Justin Ryan 3 years later, in 1988. Their parents separated when she was 7, and her brother was 4. Sydney's parents had an ugly divorce. There were claims of domestic violence, severe misunderstandings, and lingering feelings involved. This had a sour impact on the lives of Sydney and Justin, as their residence frequently changed after that. On Sunday evening of June 2, 1994, Nicole was brutally stabbed to death. Her neighbors and police discovered her body with the help of her dog. More than a dozen stabs were found on the body, and O.J was held suspect. Sydney was 8, and her brother was almost 6 when they both had to go through the brutal murder of their mother and the trial that followed. They were left with their mother's family and Aunt Tanya Brown during the period of trial. Sydney and Justin loved their dad. There was an open wound of her sister's death when Tanya had to face the prime suspect every day, reminding herself that it was all for the kids' sake. Sydney and Justin were still a matter of public interest when O.J spent 9 years in jail for criminal conspiracy, kidnapping, assault, robbery, and the use of a deadly weapon. There was a controversy in the media regarding them refusing to see their father. Real or not, news of estrangement between O.J and his children was a hot media issue. Unfortunately, the situation was worse since another victim's family, the Goldman family, kept it alive for more than 25 years. Sydney-Brooke Simpson relationship. Sydney dated Stuart Alexander Lee from 2007. She broke up with him after 5 years. She has been seen with 34-year-old real estate investor Robert Blackman, her brother's friend. The media believes they are dating each other. The couple, however, has neither accepted nor rejected the rumor officially. Her career. She started her career as an events coordinator and moved to St. Petersburg, Florida. At Atlanta, after her graduation, she gained some work experience working as an events coordinator at Canoe. She changed her career when she moved to Florida in 2000. She ventured into the real estate business like her brother. After years of struggle, she established herself as the founder of Simpson LLC in 2014. Sydney currently lives with her 3 dogs in Florida and is rarely seen in public. In addition, her younger brother and other siblings have decided not to comment or talk to the media about their father and their private life. Sydney and Justin are very close to Tanya. Tanya is proud of the children's achievement. Sydney-Brooke Simpson net worth. She resides with her younger brother in St. Petersburg, Florida, and runs a business there. Her net worth is estimated to be $10,000. However, it may have increased now since she has been doing quite well on her business. Social media. She is not active on social media. For more update, visit celebcritics.com.